One of the most important things that any beginner can do if they're starting to post content, if you have a business and you really want to start generating traffic or use your content as a sales asset, the most important thing that you can do that most people don't understand is they severely underestimate the amount of shots that you have to put up. And you genuinely can treat it just like basketball. Some of the most successful athletes and artists have made the most amount of mistakes. They've made the most amount of duds. And unfortunately, what I've noticed consulting different teams and working with multiple different artists and creators is people who don't grow have an ego. And their ego is actually causing them to think that they know what they're doing even though they don't. When someone who doesn't have an ego is just going to try a whole bunch of shit, they're going to keep doing it and just look at the data. What I notice is with some of the teams or creators that don't grow as fast, they start to have this preconceived notion of what their success is going to look like. But in actuality, on social media, you never really know until you post the shit. You really just don't fucking know. You might copy someone else's video word for word, the exact pacing, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go viral. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to even help your business. You still have to figure out what's going to attract your ICP, what's going to help you decrease your sales cycle, increase your AOV, the average order value that your customer spends with you. That's all shit that you have to figure out through trial and error by doing volume. And oftentimes, even some of my clients kind of have this paradigm shifting breakthrough where they'll open their camera or we'll just do a hook stack where we'll have a visual text and audio hook and it'll go viral. And they're thinking that they need to have this crazy studio, spend thousands of dollars. In reality, they don't need to do any of that. They should just open up their phone and talk. They could do very low quality content, but still high quality in terms of the information and emotional resonance. And that requires you to keep doing volume. That requires you to test and have an open mind. But if you're closed-minded or you have people on your team that are, going back and forth about stupid shit, like should we add a logo on here? Should we add filters? All this stupid shit that doesn't fucking matter. When at the end of the day, all you need to do is put up numbers and eventually your shit will grow.